Hello and welcome to today's video. A little while ago I was sent a bunch of inks by Octopus Fluids, which is a German ink manufacturer who make amazing inks. Now I've looked at a number of them over the last few years from their standard line and their write and draw line, and we get a few more here, which is really exciting. So today I'm talking about these three up here. These are three inks from their certified document ink line. And these inks are their permanent inks, they're document inks. So I'm going to talk about these inks. I'm going to show them on some different kinds of paper. I have dark blue, violet, and red here to show you. And then I'll show a little water test I did with them. And then, well, we can get going. Let's start with these three inks on colouring cards. Well, I've shown them on Tomoe River already, but these are them on colouring cards. You can see the colours are beautiful. This dark blue is almost a blue-black. It's rich and sort of sheeny, and it's lovely. Violet is a really earthy purple. I wouldn't call this a violet myself. I'd almost be leaning towards a burgundy, maybe. But it is really, really lovely, and it's a nice little bit of sheen there as well. And then red. This is a red. Like, it's a red, and it's quite red. And if you're needing a red permanent ink, this is one of the most beautiful reds on the market, in my opinion, in that field. Okay, so starting with dark blue here on 68 GSM Tomoe River, you see it's got a darker grey sort of undertone to it, which is quite nice. It's a beautiful ink, like it's quite warm, but it's definitely not a vibrant dark blue or a rich dark blue. This was a water test, so I did this little, crosshatch thing, put water on it, let it sit there for a while, and then dabbed it up, and nothing happened. So you can see from the writing to the water test, they are basically the same. Really impressive, really, really impressive. Then we get violet, which once again is not a violet in my mind. Violet to me is more vibrant purple, but this is a beautiful color nonetheless. Once again, nothing moved in the water, nothing moved at all. These inks look great on the front of the page. They're not like some of those like Noodler's waterproof inks that kind of spread in the page. Like I've had 54th Massachusetts Feather on Tomoe River. These are really well behaved inks as well. And then we get the red here. Once again, almost perfect water test. I'm going to show the water test I did now. And what I did with this was, this is rodeo paper. And you can see it's a little bit crinkled. This is I did a bit of a squiggle of each of the inks and everything. And then I submerged this in a glass of water for quite a while. And then I took it out, and you can see nothing at all, just perfect. So I haven't tested these inks a lot with, with bleach or ammonia or anything like that. But what Octopus Fluids suggests is that these inks are waterproof, light fast, smudge resistant, non-erasable, and then resistant to ethanol, hydrochloric acid, ammonia, and bleach. Now, not only are they all of these things, but they are also fountain pen safe. Even Octopus Fluids does say that these inks require just a little bit more pen hygiene than standard inks. They are pigment inks. It's a very, very fine pigment, but to avoid staining, you need to do careful cleaning. I would avoid things like your expensive demonstrators that are harder to clean. I would keep these in nice, safe pens. Cartridge converter is always a good option, and it's something easy to clean and easy to maintain. Now, these are, as I said, fine pigment inks, and that's how they are waterproof, but they are a different makeup to the write and draw inks. I'm not a chemist, I'm not a scientist, so I don't know the ins and outs, but basically, they're designed to have a better flow and better cleaning from the pen than those write and draw inks, which are a much heavier pigmented ink, which I use those with dip pens and things like that. These I'm absolutely comfortable and safe having in fountain pens. So if we're starting down the bottom here with standard sort of office copy paper, you can see these were all done with a Just Turnings fountain pen, with a Yovo medium nib. They are beautiful. They're washed out here though. They are, they're not super, super vibrant colors. This paper does kind of wash out inks, but they do perform well. There's a little bit of feathering. If you look at, the R of certified there's just feathering and spread, and you get the same on each of these inks, particularly the red one. But what's interesting is that there is actually very little bleed, which is seriously impressive, because this paper, this is like your cheapest copy, student notepad paper. And to begin that performance, I've seen standard inks, I've seen document inks, permanent inks, bulletproof inks that just eat through this paper. This is very impressive. Here they are on standard office copy paper. Once again, you can see they hold together quite well. There's a tiny bit of feathering, but really, like, this once again is not fountain pen friendly paper, and there is a bit more bleed here, as you can see from all of the Octopus Fluids inks, but not too bad really, with all things considered. And then here they are on Rhodia. You can see the colors are nice and clean. There's not a whole lot of shading or anything like that, but they are document inks. They're not designed to be flashy, shimmery, sheeny inks or anything like that. They're designed to be permanent, and they are at least definitely waterproof. And if Octopus Fluids are correct in their assumption, are also resistant to a bunch of other things. On the reverse, nothing has come through. There's a bit of show through. Actually, there might be a couple of spots where the red particularly has come through, but not too bad. Okay, so we're going to do a color comparison. We're going to start with dark blue here. Just to put it into context, this is Octopus Fluids Baroque Marine, which is a more dark sort of navy blue, as opposed to that sort of more grey blue-black. And then I've got a blue-black here, 1864 blue-black, where I think there's actually some definite similarity here. Similar red sheen, similar basey kind of dark blue-grey, but obviously not the water resistance that the dark blue from Octopus Fluids Certified Document Inks has. Next, we are going to look at violet. Once again, not a violet in my opinion, but I chose a couple of colors. So I've got Sailor Studio 752, which is a darker sort of black purple color. And I've got Yamabuda, which is that sort of magenta. So you can see it's not quite a magenta, but it's definitely not sort of a rich purple. I have a purple here, Diamine Monbotto's hat, which you can see is a lot more vibrant and puts that into context. And then lastly, we have red. I can see this beautiful sun starting to shine in through my window, which is lovely. So alongside the red, I have a couple of reds to show alongside. Firstly, Waterman Audacious Red. It's not the same dark, or not dark, like vibrant, rich fire engine red of Audacious Red. It's kind of closer to something like Direct Sun from Robert Oster, which has a little bit of orange in the underlying tone. But it is a beautiful ink. I really like this red. And as I said, if you're after a red ink that is water safe, this is a really lovely option. So that was the 3 certified document inks I have from Octopus Fluids. There are other colors in this range. I will link to the Octopus Fluids website below so you can check those out. But yeah, I really like them. Dark blue, violet, and red there. So as I said, they're waterproof, they're light proof, fade resistant, all that kind of stuff. And at $15.95 for the 30ml bottle, which comes like this, and then the bottle itself is a fairly sort of standard 30ml ink bottle. $15.95 is not a bad price, I think, particularly for document-proof inks like this. So I think they're really good value. They don't sheen heavily, they don't shade or anything like that much, but they do have good water resistance. So I really enjoy these and I like the colors. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, hit the notifications button, all that kind of stuff. If you've got products you think I should be looking at, or if there is a way you would like to support the channel, I would love to hear from you. A massive thank you to Octopus Fluids for sending these and a range of other inks I'll be looking at out for review. I think they are wonderful. So yes, enjoy your inks, enjoy writing, and I'll talk to you soon.